What's up, guys? I am joined today by Mark from Autopilot Passive Income. Mark, what's up, man?
How you doing, brother? First of all, before we begin, thank you, bro, for having me on. I appreciate it. Big fan. I've been watching your videos for a while, and it just means a lot to be here. You're super successful in print on demand, and big fan for sure.
Yeah, man, we've been talking about getting you on for a video for a while because I don't remember what the first video on your channel I saw was, but I liked your passion. Obviously, I think we're
Yeah,
we're similar. We vibe on that level, and then I liked your just delivery. You know what I mean? Kind of straight to the point.
yeah,
Keep it. People do appreciate when we keep it real. We don't just say, yeah, just sell, St. Patrick's Day shirts on Redbubble and you'll be a millionaire. We say like, well, it's nuanced and you might need to pay more attention to this and that. And anyways, I do like that we both kind of keep it real in that regard. Not that other people don't, but
yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
yeah, the reason I wanted to have you on today is because somebody emailed me a link to one of your videos that I hadn't seen talking about some crazy dude making over 70K a month on Redbubble, which absolutely blew my mind. I expected to click the video link and be like April Fools or something, right? I didn't check the date it was initially published, but if it was April 1st, it wouldn't have surprised me. But apparently it really happened. So can you kind of just elaborate on what happened, this whole story? If you want to tell the whole story, go for it. I'm sure everybody's intrigued to know more about it. So do you mind
Sure,
sharing?
sure. So that video was posted in 2021. The story takes place years before, and there was this guy that I saw at the gym one day, and here in New York City, I mean, you get people of all kinds of different income levels. You got high, you got super low, but anyways,
Were you
there's
working
this.
out at Equinox? That's the first question I want to ask.
No, no, but it was a similar gym. It was if you're familiar with LA Fitness, I feel like
Yeah.
yeah. So it's pretty. It's not super rich. I mean, you got a mixture of people, but um, it's known. There's like other much cheaper gyms, but it's like known for a little bit higher client base. Obviously,
Right.
for different different states, it's different. It's like corporatized, but whatever. So I was walking in the gym, and so a little side note is I would see this Bentley like SUV all the time in the gym. And I'd be like, I wonder who's driving that car. I always like, look at certain cars and be like, this guy's got to be doing something different, right? So whoever's driving that car, they're up to something. But anyways, so one day I was walking into the gym. I had finished my workout, and I went into the locker room, and I saw this guy wearing a ClickFunnels shirt. And at the time, I was looking into buying a business that was related to landing pages and basically what ClickFunnels does. And so I was intrigued, and I was like, "Hey, nice shirt." And I just brought up the conversation. We were talking about business, landing pages, different things, and I got
Yeah.
to meet the
Real
guy.
quick, sorry, just in case anybody watching
Sure.
doesn't know, like ClickFunnels basically, if you're trying to sell something online, ClickFunnels helps you kind of create a well-optimized sales funnel to make a sale. So
Yeah.
when you see somebody rocking a ClickFunnels shirt, you kind of know that they're selling things and they're making some money most likely.
Yeah. Did you know, by the way, that so this is a little side note. Did you know I bought a company that competes with them? Did you know
Really?
that or no? Yeah, yeah, just recently, but whatever. That was a side note. Anything,
Plug
regardless.
it, man. What's the name of the company? Plug it.
Rocket Web Builder. You could build websites, landing pages. I got to figure out how to promote it, do the thing, but
Cool.
yeah. But anyways, um, so yeah, I saw he had a ClickFunnels shirt. We were just talking about business. We chopped it up. We talked for a while, and I forgot the guy's name. I didn't even know the guy's name at the time, and I remember his face, and I saw him other times, and he would come in at odd hours, like working out 4 or 5 a.m. Sometimes at almost midnight, like 11 p.m. And one day, I think we were having a conversation. We were talking about AWS and Docker and so many different things, and like servers, and he brings up this thing where he's like, one of the biggest clients of AWS at the time was Redbubble. And I said, Redbubble. I know about Redbubble. And he was doing like I remember tricep extension machine or something he was doing. And I said, let me join you. Let's talk. And I knew about Redbubble at the time. This was years before I had, talked about it or whatever. And the guy, I knew about it. I had uploaded here and there. I had a little bit of success, but nothing to where I could even talk about on a level that I would deem successful. And the guy, I knew he had a certain level of success prior to that. He told me, he has an FBA business where they sell fireplaces, and he was making like something like $15 million a year He had another business where he was, yeah, like making another $30 million in some other industry, where he's selling like these like art products where it would be sent to your house and it would teach you how to draw. So different things like that. So this guy was like a super, I guess you could say, a super entrepreneur. He's in the top 0.01%. I mean, you don't get higher than that, well, for regular people, right? And so I was always intrigued, and I always wanted to ask this guy questions about just like business and life, and some sort of guidance. Looking for some golden nugget. And one of the things that I picked up on very quickly is that he's very good at building teams on something and creating structures and systems, and just literally hiring as many people to a certain task and allocating it. Just so happens that Redbubble was one of those things. Now, he was making about like something like $74,000 a month. He showed me he had like a team of, I forget what the number was, either 17 or 21 like virtual assistants on a daily basis uploading, and he had this going on for a long time, and they were uploading and working and uploading and working, and he had his own like little app on his phone, custom made, that would track every single store's data and all the stores combined, and who's working on what and how many violations it had that day, like how many what's it called when it gets to, the word escapes me, when it gets taken down, rejections, yeah, rejections, takedowns, whatever. He would have all that data, every single person. He would show me like the virtual assistant, their little profile picture. You got people from the Philippines working for him, people from India, and yeah, like $74,000. That's insane. A month we're talking about. And we're talking about, by the way, the reason why this is insane, super insane, is it would be cool if it was on a regular website. Like if you own the own website, it would, it'd be cool. But if you look at Redbubble, margins are not that high. Yes, you can control them, 20%, 30%, but you're talking about dollars. You could sell a sticker for 25, make 25 cents. To be able to generate $74,000 is a month is ludicrous to me. But anyways, so the guy had these virtual assistants. He was making it happen. And that's kind of make it a very long story, like relatively short. But from that point on, I had learned, I said, okay, if I really, really want to blow up, and this was years ago, maybe 4 years ago, but you got to build systems, you got to build teams, you got to build people, you got to, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm saying, obviously you could do good for a one-man team and, make a few $100,000 a year and do really well. But I feel like to get on his level, like making big, big numbers like that, you can't do it alone. At least I don't think so. And yeah, that's what I've been growing ever since, is getting employees and figuring out how to grow and just be a better business person at the end of the day. That's really it.
No, it's a valuable insight. And when I think about it in the context of Redbubble, like we're recording in 2023, like I don't think he's doing, even with the exact same structure, would be doing 70K plus now. But like,
yeah,
the more I think about it, years ago, it was probably possible, just because like, if you go into Google Trends and just typed in like print on demand, I'm sure it probably saw like a big uptick in 2020 with people like working from home and whatnot.
Yeah, the
It became
infrastructure
more like
too.
mainstream, and he probably was up there, because Redbubble, like it's been a good marketplace in the past. I feel like it's a little bit like declining as a trend. I feel like it's trending down, but like
It's definitely
I could be
declining
wrong,
now.
but
No, it's definitely declining. Not just from an income perspective, but the rules, the regulations, the people on there now. It's just it's definitely not moving in a positive direction, at least in my opinion. Now, I'm not sitting here saying Redbubble's a bad company. It's a great company for a lot of different people out there. I would never hate on another business. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's not what it used to be. Like for sure, it's not what it used to be. Now you get people, like I would say 50% of people that sign up are getting rejected now, just kicked off the platform
yeah,
within the first few days.
right.
Like they're creating, and they don't know why they're getting banned. They don't know why they get removed. But at the same time, Redbubble's digging themselves into a deep hole right now. Server costs are through the roof. People are not uploading really quality art. Everything is just AI generated. Not everything. I don't want to sit here and exaggerate, but like if you look at, I don't know how many pieces of art are uploaded on Redbubble, maybe 45 million right now, but 45 million pieces of art, half of them have never made a sale once. Not even once. That's just a lot of infrastructure on the servers. You're just going to pay more and more and more, and you got people from all over the world signing up with, let's be honest, low tech. They're not going to create the best art.
They go to Google Images a lot of times. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let's be real. We've seen it.
yeah, and the liability that Redbubble's taking on, getting sued every now and then. by all kinds of different companies, because you got some, like, let's just say some kid in whatever in his mom's basement, just uploading pictures of Nike or what, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
just
they make it super easy. It takes like 5 minutes to open an account and literally like steal an image off Google, upload it, and have it available for sale on Redbubble. I mean, they are incentivizing people to not try hard because you can actually get that instant gratification, and there's really like almost no consequences if you get caught for stealing, intellectual
exactly,
property.
exactly. And some of the things that I've been like preaching before on the YouTube channel is like, it's gonna get to a point where it doesn't even make sense to upload there anymore. Now, I'm not saying that that's the case now. It could be in a matter of years, but you need to have your own website. You need to have your own platform. I think people go in herds over there just because they think that they're going to handle the marketing for you, and they will, but they're not going to do it for free. I mean, there's a reason why you're only making 25 cents on a product or $4 on a shirt. Like just the other day, I which I rarely do now, but I was looking at like different Redbubble sales, and I clicked on one random one, and I had an order of like some guy bought 3 T-shirts, a sticker, and like a notebook or something like that. And the profit was something like close to $20. And I thought to myself, if this exact bundle of products was sold on my own website, I'd probably take home like triple the profit easily, if not quadruple. It's just a matter of that bottleneck that majority of people do not know how to get through in terms of advertising, learning how to market, learning how to do all those things for your own website is the reason why everybody's going to be enslaved to these large companies, which is fine. I mean, it's going to happen. What's going to happen is going to happen. There's really nothing much you can do. But um, if anybody's out there listening, the best thing you could do for your business is put it into your own hands, control it yourself, create your own website, create your own business, learn how to actually do the hard things that a lot less people are willing to do. Right now, AI has leveled the playing field. I mean, you look at it, everybody can create phenomenal art. Everybody. There's not one person who can't do it. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is pay a whatever subscription, hop on a stable diffusion app, whatever, and make it happen. But you're just the same as everybody else now. What's going to make
Right.
you different?
Temper your expectations. Yeah, like be realistic, If you take the path of least resistance, like you and everybody else need to like scale back what you expect to get out of that business.
Yeah,
And like that's why I always like try to show my results and be transparent. It's like, yeah, I'm making this much money on Amazon or this much on Etsy, but like I've been at it for a long time, since
exactly.
early
Exactly.
2017, and I've just been perfecting my craft.
Yeah.
And,
Which
if
a
you
lot
want
of
to start
people,
late, that's fine, but you can't cut corners because you're new. You're right. Oh, I'm new. So I only did about, half the effort. And it's like, well, yeah, if you don't make a sale, like be realistic,
yeah.
I'm not trying to put anybody down. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
this is what
no,
you're up
for
against.
sure.
Be realistic. And like Mark is saying too, if you're just going to Redbubble and you're one of, 45 million products, like versus maybe you start your own website, buy a domain, Shopify, whatever, and or the website you said, Rocket Builder, right? What's it called?
Yeah, oh, thanks for the plug, but rocketwebbuilder.com.
Yeah,
That's
and like give it time. Like,
yeah,
it'll rank organically on Google eventually if you're not like in the most crowded niche ever, right? Like you can make sales, and you like if you run ads, you can even expedite the process. But even if you don't, like you can definitely get some organic visibility via search engines, but you got to like temper your expectations, give it time.
yeah, yeah. Right now, I feel like you still have a chance. If you're on Redbubble, you still have a chance to grow a little bit. I mean, there's things you could do with tags and titles, and you could do some SEO research, and you can use certain tools like the favorite bot, things like that. You could do certain things to move up a little bit, but it's gonna get to a point. I mean, who knows how long it's gonna take? It could take years, it could take months, who knows? But it's gonna get to a point where it's like the return on the time that it takes to do it is just not worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that's just the case of it. That's if Redbubble doesn't go down. I mean, I made a video a few days ago about the stock dropping like something like 80% in the past, I don't know, 2 years or something. I don't remember what it was, but it's like 30 something cents now. And the costs are only going up. And they're not putting infrastructures in place, which is really honestly relatively simple from a development standpoint. From coding, I mean, you have the coding background. It's not that hard to get certain people out of off the platform that don't deserve to be there and just produce better results. It's really not that hard. Anything that's infringing, I mean, you could do a simple through databases and stuff, do a simple search, for anything that's infringing for a certain list of keywords and just get them off the platform, boot them off.
Send them to manual review and have a human like actually look through them. I mean, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Rather than try to just start and look at the whole catalog, like, yeah, do a sweep on certain trigger words.
yeah,
Don't just ban them, but like let a human say, okay, you know, yes or no. The kind of like I think Amazon merch basically does that. So
yeah. I mean, there's so much that they could be doing better. I don't know who's running the company, but they got to for sure pay attention to what's going on. I mean, maybe they're just doing it for a paycheck. I don't know, but what's going on is like there's a lot of problems, and I don't see it being solved. Like you look at big companies like this. I mean, they you think about it this way. They have no reason to solve it. It's a publicly traded company. They're gonna. I feel like in a matter of years, it could be 5 years, it could be God knows how long. It's gonna be driven into the ground. I think so. It's a great company, but they're gonna screw a lot of things up, in my opinion. I could be wrong though. I
yeah, I
hope not.
agree. It
I
seems like
hope I'm wrong.
it seems like they're definitely like coasting. You know what I mean? Like even when we all banned it, we had like a huge like group like band together of print on demand sellers being like, stop the tag spamming. You know, it's
I
breaking
remember.
everything, and like
I
they
remember.
refused to even acknowledge it. You know, I didn't see them ever acknowledge. Like when we all were like, let's all send them, you know, tweets and emails, and like they just didn't. They were like, that's not a. What are you talking about? That doesn't
Are,
exist. You know, they
are
didn't
you
respond.
are you talking about the time where there was a ban and they sent out a tweet saying like, "Oh, we made a mistake" or something like that? Do you remember that or no?
No, what happened?
There was a large ban that happened maybe like 2 years ago or something, back in 2020, and they sent out an email saying, "Hey, sorry, we've been like testing things, and there was like some issue or some bug, and sorry you guys got your accounts banned. We'll try to make it up to you," or something like that.
Crazy.
I'm butchering it obviously word for word, but that did happen. That was like a legitimate thing that happened, and tons of people lost their account. I mean, they're always running into problems, but I mean, they really need to step up their game. But if you're watching this and you want to get started on Redbubble, there's so many different things you could do to make money. With Redbubble, you can improve your designs, your tags, your SEO. There's so many things. I mean, we made both of us. We've made tons of videos on that. But
Now, I'm passing the torch to you though. So I've definitely like not talked as much about it recently. So anybody that wants the Redbubble content, I'm recommending Mark's channel, Autopilot Passive Income. It's gonna be linked at the top. So because I know you're doing a lot better job than I am with like the regular content and keeping up to date with like what's working. So I do appreciate that.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man. So anything else you want to leave us with before we head out?
That's it, man. That's it. Just keep working hard and don't give up, and that's pretty much it.
All right, you heard it there from Mark. Mark, thanks for being here, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.